Picture this, a land of tough warriors, magical forests, and enough gold to make Scrooge McDuck jealous. This was a place where legends were born, and every corner of the land seemed to whisper tales of bravery and mysticism. That's ancient Dacia, home to the ancestors of today's Romanians. Nestled in the heart of Europe, Dacia was a land of mystery and power, where the past and the present seemed to blend seamlessly. These guys were strong, known for their awesome fighting skills. They were the kind of warriors who could turn the tide of battle with sheer determination and strength, and even more awesome mustaches. Their facial hair was not just a style statement but a symbol of their fierce and unyielding spirit. They worshipped a god named Zalmoxis, who supposedly chilled in a cave. This cave was not just any cave, it was a sacred place where the divine and the mortal worlds met. Think Batman, but with fewer dark thoughts and more telling the future. Zalmoxis was a figure of wisdom and prophecy, guiding the Dacians through their toughest times. The Dacians were led by King Decebalus, a name that sounds like a medicine, but belonged to a ruler who gave the Roman Empire a major headache. Decebalus was a strategic genius, always one step ahead of his enemies. He united the Dacian tribes, forging a powerful alliance that could stand up to the might of Rome. He united the Dacian tribes, bringing together a diverse group of people under one banner, and even beat the Romans once. This victory was a testament to their resilience and tactical brilliance. That's like winning a staring contest with a tiger. Super cool, but don't get too confident. The Romans were not the kind to take defeat lightly. Sadly for Decebalus and his amazing mustache, the Romans came back with a vengeance under Emperor Trajan. Trajan was determined to conquer Dacia and claim its riches for Rome. They really wanted Dacia, mostly for its gold and to show off. The wealth of Dacia was legendary, and the Romans were eager to get their hands on it. The Romans built a huge bridge across the Danube River, a feat of engineering that showcased their determination and ingenuity, something that tourists still check out today, and probably annoys the fish. This bridge stands as a testament to the Roman Empire's reach and ambition. After some tough battles, the Romans finally took over Dacia in 106 AD. The conquest was brutal, but it marked the beginning of a new era for the region. Decebalus, facing defeat, chose to die fighting rather than surrender to Trajan. His final stand was a powerful statement of his courage and defiance. It's a sad ending, but hey, at least he didn't have to sit through a boring Roman Senate meeting. Decebalus's legacy lived on, inspiring future generations with his bravery and leadership. So, the Romans conquered Dacia. This was a significant event in the history of the region, marking the beginning of a new era. The Romans, known for their military prowess and organizational skills, quickly established their dominance over the Dacians. What happened next? Well, they did what they always did, built stuff. The Romans were master builders and engineers, and they wasted no time in transforming the landscape of Dacia. Roads, cities, baths, you name it. They constructed an extensive network of roads that connected various parts of the region, facilitating trade and movement. They also built cities with impressive architecture and public baths that became social hubs. They even renamed the place Roman Dacia because, well, they weren't very creative. But this renaming was more than just a label. It signified the integration of Dacia into the Roman Empire. But hey, at least they brought indoor plumbing and good wine. The Romans introduced advanced plumbing systems that improved sanitation and quality of life. And let's not forget the wine, a staple of Roman culture that the Dacians quickly adopted. The Romans brought their language Latin to Dacia, which mixed with the local language like a crazy word smoothie. This linguistic blend laid the foundation for the Romanian language. Years later, this mix would become the Romanian language we know today. The evolution of the language is a testament to the enduring influence of Roman culture in the region. Think of it like this: Latin brought the rules, Dacia brought the fun, and boom, Romanian was born. This cultural fusion created a unique identity that has persisted through the centuries. Life under Roman rule wasn't all bad for the Dacians. They gained access to Roman citizenship, which came with numerous benefits including legal rights and protection. They became Roman citizens, a big deal back then, learned useful skills like plumbing and accounting, and even started liking gladiator fights. These skills and entertainments enriched their daily lives and provided new opportunities. Imagine cheering for your favorite gladiator while eating grapes. The amphitheaters became popular venues for entertainment, where people gathered to watch thrilling spectacles. It wasn't TV, but it was something to do. These events provided a sense of community and excitement, much like modern-day sports. But the good times didn't last forever, because history is full of ups and downs. The Roman Empire eventually faced numerous challenges that led to its decline. After a few hundred years, the Roman Empire started falling apart faster than a cheap toy. Internal strife, economic troubles, and external threats weakened the empire's hold on its territories. Facing threats from barbarians and fighting amongst themselves, they left Dacia in 275 AD, leaving the Dacians on their own. The departure of the Romans marked the end of an era and the beginning of a new chapter for the Dacians. It's like that friend who sleeps at your house, eats all your food, and then leaves without saying goodbye. Not cool. The Dacians had to adapt to the new reality, drawing on the legacy left by the Romans while forging their own path forward. With the Romans gone, Dacia entered the medieval period, which was like Europe's awkward teenage years, full of drama, bad choices, and weird clothes. Different groups moved through the area, like the Goths, Huns, and Slavs, each leaving their mark on the local culture like messy house guests. From this mix of cultures came a few Romanian areas: Wallachia, Moldavia, and Transylvania. If you've seen even one vampire movie, you've probably heard of Transylvania. It's like the Halloween town of Europe, known for its spooky castles, foggy mountains, and the legend of Dracula. Speaking of Dracula, let's talk about Vlad the Impaler, the real guy who inspired the famous vampire. Vlad was the Prince of Wallachia in the 1400s, known for his, let's just say, unusual ways of dealing with enemies. He wasn't exactly a peacemaker and preferred to use pointy sticks. While he probably wasn't a vampire, Vlad's reputation for being tough made him a legend and a warning about inviting scary rulers over for dinner. Medieval Romania wasn't all blood and pointy sticks though. It was also a time of art and religion. Monasteries were everywhere, making beautiful art and books, and the Romanian language kept changing, slowly becoming less Latin and more, well, Romanian. As the medieval period ended, the Ottomans, with their cool turbans and a fierce determination to expand their territory, began to stretch their empire far and wide. Their influence spread like wildfire, reaching into southeastern Europe and beyond. With a desire to conquer everything in their path, the Ottomans expanded their empire into southeastern Europe, bringing with them a mix of fear and fascination. For Romania, this meant a significant change in their way of life. They had to listen to the Ottoman Empire, which essentially meant they were under the thumb of a powerful and demanding ruler. This new rule came with its own set of challenges. The Romanians had to pay taxes to the Ottomans, a burden that weighed heavily on their shoulders. Additionally, they were sometimes required to send their own soldiers to fight in the Sultan's wars, battles that were far from their homeland and often for causes they didn't fully support. It's like being the friend who always pays the bill because you have a job, but in this case, the job is being under Ottoman rule and the bill is paid in blood and gold. The Ottomans ruled Romania for over 400 years, a period longer than most people are married these days, and certainly long enough to leave a lasting impact. This extensive period of rule saw many changes and adaptations, as the Romanians had to navigate life under a foreign power for centuries. While it wasn't a party, it wasn't all bad either. The Ottomans brought with them new ideas, technologies, and cultural practices that would forever change the Romanian landscape. It wasn't all doom and gloom. The Ottomans introduced their own culture, buildings, and food to the area, influencing everything from architecture to daily life. The architectural styles of the Ottomans can still be seen in Romania today, with beautiful buildings that stand as a testament to this period of history. And let's not forget the coffee. The Ottomans knew how to make a good cup, and their influence on Romanian coffee culture is undeniable. Their music also left a mark, with traditional Ottoman instruments and melodies blending into the Romanian soundscape. And those tasty pastries you find in Romanian bakeries? Many of them have their roots in Ottoman recipes, a sweet reminder of this historical connection. But despite these influences, Romanians weren't happy about being ruled by someone else. Who would be? They valued their independence and identity. They tried to fight against Ottoman rule many times with varying degrees of success. Each rebellion was a testament to their resilience and desire for freedom. Some attempts were more successful than others, but each one added to the rich tapestry of Romanian history. It's like trying to sneak out past your bedtime. You might get away with it sometimes, but the risk of getting caught was always there. There were moments of success where the Romanians managed to outsmart their rulers and gain a bit of freedom. But eventually many were caught and the consequences were severe. The Ottomans were not known for their leniency. Rebellion came with a high price, and those who were caught faced harsh punishments, a stark reminder of the power the Ottomans held. Even with the tough times, Romanian culture and identity stuck around. They held on to their traditions and celebrated their heritage whenever they could. Romanian folk dances, traditional costumes, and festivals continued to thrive, a vibrant display of their enduring spirit. Like a tough weed growing through the sidewalk, the Romanian spirit held on, resilient and unyielding. The Romanian spirit held on, waiting for the right time to shine again. And shine it did as the people never lost hope. The sunrise over the Romanian landscape symbolized a new beginning, a revival of national pride and identity. But we'll talk about that next time. There's so much more to explore in the rich history of Romania. Stay tuned for more Romanian adventures. The journey is just beginning.